Hello witches, it's Stragabella, and this is probably take number 10 of this video. Every time I've tried to make it today in different places and different situations, something happens that I have to stop it and start it all over again. Either I've gotten interrupted or somebody starts making really loud yelling or singing noises, and then I tried for your benefit to give you a different background and make it outside or on my porch, but for whatever reason the traffic became really loud to the point where you couldn't hear me talking. So here I am back in my usual video making spot, except for the car. I'm usually driving, but so here we go. The topic of this video is going to be jealousy, and how jealousy can actually become someone's god or goddess. Sometimes this happens, and the person has absolutely no idea that they even are letting jealousy take control of their life in such a way. Now, first I'll talk about how what motivates us to take on a class or a job or some type of thing like that is a big factor in whether or not this is a big risk. A lot of people, when choosing what their profession is going to be or where to go to college or what for, there's usually one of two motivations. One is that they wanted to be whatever it is, let's say a doctor or a lawyer, and that's their passion. They want to help people. They love medicine. They love learning about science and bodies and all that. And the other motivation is money. Some people choose those professions because they're high-paying jobs and that's all they want. Their goal is to be rich and to have a lot of money and to have prestige. Now, if your motivation is based on something like the second one, for example, if witchcraft is the thing that you're interested in learning, and it's because you want to be able to control something in your life, get something, for example, a lot of times people get involved in this because they think that they can get money, they can get success, they can control other people to do what they want. If that's what's motivating somebody, that is a huge risk factor in jealousy and in that kind of a thing taking control of their life. Somebody who's doing a particular job or hobby or interest, learning something because it's their passion, it's something they've always been interested in, they feel called, they feel like they have a gift, they are going to be interested in it because they love it, because it's like something that they own as far as who they are. Now, especially in this particular community, most of us are in this because, number one, we've always felt called and interested, and once we've gotten to the level where we know enough and we feel confident enough, at that point, most of us will end up either teaching others or serving. We're going to use our gift to benefit society, to benefit others, to save the planet, whatever it might be. But it's no longer at that point, it's no longer about what, something changing or getting something different in your life. It's about your life, you're satisfied and confident enough, and you want to bless others. Now, if somebody is only in something because they think it will make them popular, it will make them successful, it will make them rich, they're going to have a big risk factor as far as jealousy. Rather than admiring the people who are above, they are just interested in the end result. They're not interested in the process. If their goal is just to be rich or to be popular, they are not going to be as happy and as engaged in the whole process of learning, of growing, of making mistakes, of failing or not being good at a particular thing. They want what that successful person has, but they don't necessarily have what that successful person had to get them there. People who are successful because they worked hard. They wanted it really bad. They gave up other things to have it. They spent their time and their money and their energy to attain that success rather than using their time, energy, and money on anything else. So in a way, when you want to be successful in a particular craft or a particular job, it's going to be at the expense of not having some other things. If spirituality is your top priority and you're going to do what it takes to put that as number one, then there's going to be things that come lower on your priority list. So this is where I talk about how jealousy can become your god or goddess. Jealousy often becomes this way because if you make a list of what your top priorities in your life are, or what your god or goddess is, that should be at the top of the list. Spirituality or a deity that you worship is supposed to have a relationship with you. It's supposed to be the one that you put above, the one that you learn from, the one that you go to, the one that you can depend on, ask advice from, trust, confide in, gain strength from, the one you go to in weakness to lift you up. That's what the source of knowledge and strength is in witchcraft, is whatever we work with. Our deity has to be personal to us. We have to have a relationship, kind of like a relationship with a husband and wife. If you want a good marriage, you have to be close. You have to interact. You have to put the time into it, and all of that. So if somebody thinks that they can somehow skip all the steps and all the passion that goes into learning a craft, and the trial and error, the looking within yourself, the trying to get rid of whatever issues and hang-ups you have, that's where jealousy suddenly takes a hold of a person. If somebody's doing it for the wrong reasons, and they look at somebody and they want what they have, but they don't understand the things within that got them there, they are going to start to envy. They're going to start to hate. They're going to start to feel negative feelings about themselves. They're going to be discouraged. And that is going to make them feel bad, and it's going to make the whole thing worse. And so they are going to start probably doing worse things. That's where stuff like gossip and revenge and people trying to sabotage like people who are successful, that's where all that stuff comes from. It comes from not having the right spirit, the right motivation. Now, if you were to make a priority list, you're going to have to put effort and energy and time and money into whatever that top priority is. And that means less time buying things or watching TV or whatever. You have to be willing and have that energy directed toward your goal rather than other things. And a lot of people just don't want to put in that time and energy and effort, and they don't like that other people can or enjoy doing it. I think that's really a big factor too, is people who are miserable don't like to see other people happy doing what they hate. You know, they hate the happiness that the person has, and to them it seems like the person got there effortlessly, but it wasn't effortlessly. It's that they wanted it for the right reasons. They enjoyed doing it, and the process is actually enjoyable when your motivation is right. Within my family, there was a person who I know who for years and years and years, they had issues with jealousy. And it got to the point where the person did something against somebody in my family, and it affected people within my close circle. And when that happened, me being a witch, I did a protection around us. And the way I work is that I don't do evil, hexy things at somebody, but the way I protect our family is that if somebody wishes something toward us, whatever they wish and how that wish manifests will go back to them in the exact same way. So like an unraveling of a ball of yarn, it has to unravel the backwards the same exact way it went forward. And apparently this person had gone really far, and I didn't need to waste my time and energy thinking about what negative consequences were because of the person, because now I'm confident enough that I reversed it and we're safe. But apparently the person must have noticed the coincidences, that everything that they had made to manifest to others was happening back at them. And apparently it created a great amount of fear and a great amount of disappointment and a great amount of tragedy. And I think after a while, the person is really realizing that somebody sent this back, or something's happening to make everything that she wished on other people happen to her. And I believe that fear may be causing her to attempt to beg for forgiveness, because I noticed something on, I have 2 children buried in a cemetery. I had lost babies prematurely, and I have a feeling that what beautiful bouquet that I found on my children's grave, I could tell by the colors and the way it was done up, that the person is probably pretty afraid, and they may probably have found out somehow that I am the witch in the family. I'm sure people, it's pretty easy to find out. People talk, people spread things, and because you might think karma brings back stuff that you give out, but I think she realized it was a little bit too close to home, because I always design my spell work to be like a mirror image, so that the person will eventually, if they do it enough times and it keeps bouncing back at them, I think my goal is for them to open up their eyes and just stay away, stop doing whatever evil, harmful thing they're doing. So but jealousy can take up your life and your time and your energy and your thoughts. And I'm telling you, do not allow that to take hold of your life and become like an idol. In the Bible, it says God cannot serve 2 masters, one God and mammon. Mammon is when you are serving what you want materialistically. Money is usually mammon. Most commonly, but it can be something you envy. You don't like somebody because they have money, they have a job, they have a house, they have children, they have whatever it might be, but that becomes what they serve. And I'm so grateful that I don't live that way. I would never want my thoughts and my time to be consumed in such a way. And people like that, they may have physical people around them who want to come to their parties or interact, but inside they're miserable, and they don't have the same kind of relationships because they don't trust anyone, and nobody trusts them. They're always thinking that somebody has something better, somebody has something more, and those thoughts are what rule their life. That is what their idol, their God is. And I just think that's a terrible thing. So my advice, and my little tidbit of advice about jealousy: don't make it your God, don't make it your goddess. And if you want what somebody else has and you want to attain the success that they have, admiration, learn, listen to what the person says, and try to find something in yourself that can give you the motivation to do the work, rather than being involved in something for just the end result. And if you are involved in something just because you want popularity or money, you're probably not in the right area that will fulfill you. So I would probably suggest, if witchcraft is something that is causing you to put jealousy at the top of your totem Maybe you could find something that would fulfill you in a different way, that you would be passionate about, and then put your time and your energy and your effort there, and it would be enjoyable. And the whole process is rewarding in that way. So, hope you like this, and blessed be. Bye.